We're back with another amazing drawing video, and today we have Venom in 6 different styles. So let's start off today with the cartoon effect. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, it seems like it's kind of a cop-out because all it is just a big black blob with a little bit of highlights, but we have to take into consideration the placement of the highlights. It is a very glistening character, and we want to make sure that all those little highlights are appropriately placed. But it's not just about the highlights. We want to make sure that the black shadows really pop off the page as well. Gives it a little bit more depth. Gonna pop in a little bit of extra white highlight in some of these spots, and we're gonna call this section complete as we now head on over to the Radioactive style. This is quickly becoming one of my most favorite and well-requested styles in my channel. And if you're not familiar with this and it's your first time viewing me, welcome. My name is James from J Kirsch Art, and I love taking all of the characters that you see across television and media and transforming them in fun new ways. So if you like seeing all these kind of crazy characters come together in a fun new way, then please do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe button so you never miss out on another piece. Now let's talk about what we're trying to do. We want to take Venom and basically make it look like he's gone and dunked himself in a radioactive bath. And just now he's completely glowing in like that old 1950s stylized, cartoony, radioactive glow. It's important with this style to not forget all the little details, like the little bits of Venom's face that are going to come across onto Eddie Brock's face. And that's why you're seeing these little dark green effects come across. I really wanted to showcase those little green effects. But now we're going to head on to a style I haven't done in a long time, and that is the floral effect. Basically, we're going to make a semi-realistic drawing here of Venom, but we're going to add some floral elements. We're going to make them get one with nature. I wasn't sure how realistic I wanted to go with this, mainly because when I was devising how I would kind of go about this particular style, I knew that it was going to be mostly black. So I wanted there to be a lot of color in this overall image, because if 2/3 of it's going to be Venom's face and it's going to be black with a big white eye, I wanted there to be some color, some pop. Otherwise, it's just going to look like a big black costume. And the floral design is a perfect way to achieve that. So how do we achieve this effect? Well, once you're finished coloring however well you want, if you want to make it more realistic, go ahead. If you want it more cartoony like I'm doing here, then go ahead. But once you get the satisfaction that you're going to do, here I'm going to add a lot of little floral vines. It kind of works with the symbiote's suit reaching out, and then from there I'm going to sketch in several different types of flowers. One of which is going to be a poinsettia, the other one's going to be boysenberries, and then the last one's going to be poison ivy. Now, yeah, they're poisonous, they're not venom, but they kind of correlate, so we're going to stick with it for now. And once again, I just went with those because of the aesthetic, but you can add pretty much whatever kind of flowers you want. If you want big, beautiful blooming roses, well then go ahead. But for me, I went with the poison aesthetic just because of the name Venom. Do consider adding in the forms into the face. So I wanted the flowers to make it feel like it's part of the symbiote suit coming out of Venom. I didn't want to just be like, oh, here's some random flowers, quote, floral, and make it a day. I wanted to make it feel like it's all fitting as part of a cohesive thing. But now, let's head on over to the cracked effect. This is a style that I haven't done in a really long time, and essentially what we want to do is take this little section of Eddie Brock and make it look like he's a piece of cracked stone. And with some of the symbiote suit starting to wrap around his face, it kind of was already partially cracked. That's why I really wanted to make sure that it kind of all worked together, and it really does. And the cracked effect is perfect for this. And when done correctly, it will look like it's a recessed image that's been just chipped away through time. And again, I know I've harped on this, but this is a style that you can make your own. If you want to make it more realistic and spend the time getting in all these little details, go ahead. And if you want to make it a little bit more cartoony and fun, once again, go ahead. You do you and make these styles your own. As for me, I'm going to keep it a little semi-realistic and a little cartoony because it's going along with the overall theme that we've done so far. Once you've colored in the image the way you want, what you want to do is add all of these little spider web cracks that are going to go along throughout the image. This is what essentially makes the crack effect work. But here's a little twist. Because Eddie Brock has a lot of Venom soup coming in, we're going to actually use a white gel pen to make it look like the spiderweb cracks are part of the symbiote suit. And to finish off the effect, we're going to take a little gray marker and just trace around all the edges. This gives it that spatial depth. Now, before we head on to the fifth style, I want to talk about something that is incredibly near and dear to my heart, and that is, this is my book. This has been everything that I've poured my life and soul into. It comes with all of these fantastic pages, and wait, there's more! All kidding aside, it took me years to write this, and if you're a fan of Percy Jackson or Harry Potter, the YA young adult fantasy novels, then I think you'll absolutely love this. This will be in the link in my description and also in the pinned comment. It is something that I think will resonate and connect with a lot of young people. It is a little bit of my childhood made manifest in an action fun setting. So a lot of times people feel like they can't be a channel member or can't spend the money to be a channel member, but this is a good way that if you want to support my channel, this directly supports me and you actually get something of real cool value from it. With my shameless self-promotion out of the way, we are going to head on over to the Expressionism side. Expressionism is just that, expressing your emotions through color and through your drawing process. And here, I love just adding bold, bright, vibrant colors that work really well against a traditional black. Some purples and oranges that are greatly juxtaposed to each other, but just jump off the page when you plop them right next to each other. I'm using a lot of dark greens and blues and purples to carve in the darkest parts of the face to really make Eddie Brock's eyes emote. And then I'm using some warm oranges to just give it that soft glow. It almost represents skin tone without having to actually represent skin tone. And these are the fundamental things that I love to do as an artist. Just quintessentially, what is art about? Having fun, expressing yourself, use color, just get in there and have fun while you're creating anything. Should be quintessentially everything that art is about. And this section is pretty much it. But now, let's head over to the realistic side. And I have to say, for realistic side, I wasn't too thrilled with overall how this section came out. And maybe because it's just a lot of black and you're having to do a lot of minor color pencil work to adjust little subtle values where all the little glistening bits from the symbiote suit comes through, but it just, overall, for me and what I like to do, it felt a little flat. As you can see, it was a ton of meticulous color pencil work, and when I tell people realistic side takes a long time, this section took me hours of work to do, about the same amount of time as almost the entire piece combined. But I think the biggest thing for me that was not clicking is the teeth. I mean, they look just too cartoony for what something would be considered realistic. And maybe it's because I started with a really thick layer of gray and then was trying to do some ink wash over the top to carve in some of those darks. But I don't know, it's just, yeah, I was trying to riddle it out the entire time when I was working through it. So I just trusted that I will eventually get it, but it just never came through for me. And now some of you might be looking and saying like, hey, this looks really good. And yes, it might look good to a lot of people, but I also have my own level of expectations of what I'm able to provide. And I also want to be realistic with everyone, no pun intended, when things just feel like they look like garbage. And I'm not going to dwell on it, but I also just want you to realize that all artists are human. Every time we create something, it might not be the thing that we like to do the most. And yeah, it's just one of those moments where not everything you're going to do is going to be what you love, and that's okay. You learn from it, and then you step aside. This is probably one of those times when I should have just put this section off to the side, started a new project completely, and then come back to this about a day or so later, and I probably would have had a better perspective. but I was in the closing sections of this. It was like a half an hour away. I'm like, let me just finish it. And sometimes this is a great tip for all you young artists. When you think, oh, I'm just done and I'm right there, I don't have to really do much more, your mind might be thinking it's ready and it's good to go, but in the end, you might not be really ready and good to go to finish it. You might not see all the details. You might be rushing just to get done, and you create something that you're not happy with, which is essentially what happened here. But maybe this is the favorite thing that you've seen me do. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the best thing that you love. If it is, smash that like button and subscribe button so you never miss out on another piece, and let me know what side was your favorite. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next video.